The neon sign of Moonlight Cafe flickers lazily against the foggy midnight air. Jazz hums through half-open windows. The saxophone's weary notes curl like smoke, mixing with the smell of burnt coffee and cheap bourbon. Detective Jonas Mercer sits alone, trench coat collar up. He checks his watch. Midnight on the dot. Detective Samuel Harris, his partner, slides into the booth across from him.
Mad town, ain't it?
A police siren screams outside. Jonas doesn't answer. His face hardens.
Madness had made a home in our city long before tonight.
Police lights flash against wet pavement on Countington Road. A body lies on the ground, placed almost deliberately. The coroner zips up the bag. Jonas and Harris stand nearby. Harris lights a cigarette, ember glowing in the dark.
The call came an hour ago. A body on Countington Road.
Jonas kneels, picking up a heart-shaped locket gleaming faintly under the lamplight. Inside, a crimson rose in a gold-tinted sheath, and a faded tulip, delicate as old parchment.
Better find me before I do it again.
Looks like we've got ourselves a poet.
Or a sadist. Only difference is how the story ends. The victim was Michael Carraway, a quiet bookshop clerk with no enemies and fewer friends. A man so invisible, it was almost strange to see him sprawled out as the centerpiece of a mystery.
Reporters' voices echo from outside the precinct briefing room. Chief Vernon Malone paces the room like a hound sniffing for a trail. On the board, a photo of Governor Richard Holloway, dead. Harris slams a file onto the table.
2 weeks later, the city howled again. This time it was Governor Richard Holloway.
Same damn flowers. Same casing. Fingerprints wiped clean.
The press wants blood. Find me a suspect, detectives.
Jonas studies the second locket. The engraving reads,
This was your last chance to learn your lesson.
But the killer had slipped. Hidden inside the locket, blood, resin, poison. Both victims had it in their veins. Someone wasn't staging a performance. They were orchestrating it.
A storm rages that night. Rain hammers against the window of Jonas's office. A manila envelope slides under the door. Jonas picks it up. Inside, a photograph of Governor Holloway and Michael Carraway, arm in arm at a private party, laughing, hands entwined like lovers.
Well, hell, the governor had himself a lover.
The city thought Holloway was a faithful married man. His wife built her whole image on loyalty. But the photo told another story.
At the Holloway estate, Catherine Holloway opens the door. Her eyes are red, though from grief or rage it's impossible to tell. Jonas enters the sitting room, portraits of the late governor hanging like sacred icons.
Detective Jonas Mercer. You think I killed him, don't you?
Jonas stays silent. Catherine's voice wavers but burns with bitterness.
I was a good wife. I smiled when I was supposed to, played the part, and he spat on it. On me. On our vows.
You knew about the affair?
Of course I knew. Everyone did. I just didn't have proof.
And the lockets?
Her silence is damning. Back at the Moonlight Cafe, Harris pours whiskey into a chipped glass, sliding into the booth across from Jonas.
Too neat. Picture shows up out of nowhere, points us straight to the wife. Someone's playing us, Jonas.
But by then it didn't matter. Catherine Holloway was arrested, tried, and sentenced. The city called it justice.
Later that night, the cafe is nearly empty. Jazz hums low. Jonas sits alone, locket in hand. He turns it slowly in the dim light. A faint inscription along the edge catches his eye, almost erased but still visible.
You never catch me. She was just the first act.
Jonas freezes, breath shallow.
The real killer was still out there. And they weren't finished.